All right, today I'm going to teach you how to stop social media addiction. All right, how to cure social media addiction. This is a thing that drains our time away, and we felt we could have become more productive, but we just scroll through Facebook, for 5 minutes, and then it becomes 30 minutes. And this is not just with Facebook, but it's with Twitter, Instagram. It's just social media in general. And we want to figure out how to cure this. And that's what I'm going to teach you today. Let's get started. So first of all, why are we so addicted to social media connection? It comes down to 2 points. One, there's people who are paid a lot of money so that you could spend longer times on their phone. All the little things, the notification that it's red and you just have to check it. Or maybe just something like, your friend messages you and you get a notification. That stuff is designed so that you can keep going back on the platform and continue using it. Second point is because we feel connected to a social world. Even though it is artificial, we feel connected to people. We feel connection between people around the world, our friends, relatives, people who, we look up to. And it feels like, we're a part of their lives. But in reality, it's just like an artificial world where it's great. It's a great tool if you want to get ahead in life, but at the same time, it's a tool that can destroy your life. All right. And so we want to figure out how to make sure that we can use this tool properly so that we can enhance our lives rather than just waste time away, just scrolling through and just wasting our time. So one of the reasons why we are so addicted to social media addiction is because we use our phones. Okay. When we use our phones, it is easy access to jump on Facebook, jump on Twitter, just stop by for 5 minutes. And, especially during these situations where, you feel a little nervous or you just feel a little awkward, that dead silence when you're just talking to someone and just like, yeah. And then, there's nothing else to talk about. So then, you whip out your phone, you're just like distracting yourself for a couple minutes until someone comes along and, starts a conversation before you could join in again. See, having easy access to social media is one of the key causes about why we're so addicted because it's like a fallback. It's something that is like, okay, if things doesn't work out, then, I could just go on my phone, look like I'm busy, which I'm probably not, and then just jump in and, just do whatever I want on this social media connection, all right? That's why when you want to stay away and just stop being addicted, the first thing is you want to have no easy access. This means create some ad blockers on Facebook, put your phone away. Don't just touch it until like 12 p.m. Whatever you do, you don't want to give yourself easy access. Now, at the beginning, of course, you're probably going to break it because it's an addiction. It's part of your lifestyle now, all right? So what's going to happen is when you are trying to break it, you want to create as much of a pain in the butt as possible so that you don't jump on Facebook, you don't jump on Instagram right away. You create all these obstacles. And what it does over time is when you create these obstacles, these building blocks of just like, first you got to go through the ad block, then you got to fix this, password protection program. Then, you got to cross the jungle to get your phone. What it does is it starts to build in your mind that, okay, in order to use social media, I have to go through all these annoyances, all right? And at one point, it's going to become so much of a pain that you're probably just going to stop using social media less because you don't want to go through all of those problems, all right? Second reason on how to stop this addiction is you have to figure out your why, all right? Why do you want to quit it, okay? This is the very, very deep inner reflection of why you should quit social media, because there's nothing wrong with social media, right? You can use it to, connect with people, network with people, grow a business. It's a tool. In the end, it's how you use the tool. Of course, with this tool, there's a lot of drawbacks to it. You could become addicted to it, but if you use it properly and you manage time about how to use social media, it could be a positive influence in your life. So it comes down to why exactly do you want to quit it, all right? Is it bothering your life? Whenever you use it, it's not something productive rather than you're just wasting time or you're just, looking through news or cat memes or whatever? Or are you actually just you want to create more time, or just maybe you just want more peace and quiet in your life? You don't want all the noise in the world, all right? That's a legit reason why you should quit social media, because with all this noise, all this social media and all these notifications, it creates so much noise, so much distractions in your life that sometimes it becomes really hard to focus on what you really need to do. Or, you have to figure out, why do you want to quit it? Is it something that you really need to quit? Is it something that you just need to get in control of your life? That's the two things you need to focus on. Do you have to quit it for good, or do you just need to control it? Because if you need to control it temporarily, you might have to quit it for a while, but after you get rid of that addiction phase, it'll still be in with you. But if you have a stronger control of yourself, you can use it as a positive influence. Figure out your why, figure out why you need to quit it, or if you actually need to quit it. All right. The third and most effective way is to find a friend or someone you really trust, and then tell them that you're trying to quit social media. All right. It's hard. All right. You have to open yourself up and admit that you are addicted to social media. And when you show that vulnerableness, if they're a true friend, and hopefully they are, they're going to support you. And what you want to do is you want to create some sort of, accountability program, all right? So this means when you have your friend, and you have to create some sort of risk to it, all right? If every time you log on to your Facebook or social media, you want to create some sort of guidelines. Like, for example, you have to pay them a meal every time you open up Instagram, maybe $5, $10, whatever the risk that you don't want to lose, okay? Because what's going to happen is when you create an accountability program and you truly want to quit, all right? This only works when you have trust in yourself, all right? You can't just lie to yourself like, okay, I'm going to give them $10 if I go on Instagram, then, not fulfill it, because then what's the point of trying to quit, right? So that means you have to make sure that when you try to do something like this, that one, you actually follow through, and two, you create yourself accountable, okay? This means every single day, you want to create some sort of program. You want to track your progress of how long or how far you've come, okay? When you do this, when you track yourself, when you fail, okay, you're going to look back. Instead of beating yourself up when you fail, you're going to look back on your rest of your progress and be, okay, I got 6 days of progress and I failed once, or I have to pay my friend $10. This didn't feel good. I could have used that for an actual good meal. I'm going to, make it 2 weeks at least this time so I don't have to pay him. Ideally, I don't want to pay him, okay? And what happens is over time, day by day, you are building yourself up slowly but surely on quitting social media, all right? And over time, after 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, it becomes a lifestyle where you don't really use social media anymore. And at that time, that's when you could say you didn't completely quit it, all right? There's like the old neurons in there where it's like how alcoholics, they can't drink alcohol again because when they do, it's going to hit that nerve where they just keep drinking. It's the same thing with social media, okay? At one point, you can't say you fully, you're addiction free, but you can say you're 90-95%, and that's where we want to be. It's a lot better than being 0% of it, right? And that's where I'm trying to get with that, all right? Hope you found something useful with this. If you did, I'd give it a thumbs up, and peace out.